Hey, I'm Matt Hutchins, and he's Dave Mulvaney, and this is Profitability MD. Dave, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. You're looking spiffy. You got a new haircut, got a new do.
About time. I don't have any excuse. I just been busy and finally said, well, let's go get a haircut. So.
All right. Well, now you're contributing to society, right? You pay a haircutter, you give them a tip, and they stay in business, right? Small business, keep them going.
Got to keep them going. So.
Do you have a regular hairdresser? Do you have a different?
Yeah, okay. I go to the same one regularly. And, you know, it's funny. Here we're going to be talking about offers. I said to them, I said, you know, not once have you sent me a reminder that it's time for my haircut. I said, I find that odd since you have my cell phone number, you have my information, you got a computer there that you take reservations. Why are you not doing that? And I'm like, look, you got empty chairs. If you just reminded people that they need a haircut on certain dates, this is all free. This is not what this episode is about.
I was going to say, no, this goes right in. Episode 96, Stacking Irresistible Offers to Increase Profits. I should say that as we start. 96, Stacking Irresistible Offers to Increase Profits. Go. We're talking about a hairdresser, and they've got all your contact info, but you haven't heard from them in forever.
Well, they don't send any. Okay, so a man probably every 3 weeks needs a haircut.
Yeah, every 3 to 4 weeks is kind of what I am. Yeah.
So I would think somewhere around 18 days after my last haircut, I should get a text message with an appointment link.
That'd be perfect.
They're like, I never really thought of that. I said, if you do that to every one of your customers, you will never have an empty chair.
Dude, that is exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly right.
I mean, you got empty chairs in here, but it's because I get busy. I know I need a haircut, but actually picking up the phone and making the appointment, if you make it so easy for me to make the appointment, that's an irresistible offer. All I got to do is respond and pick a time on a calendar. That's easy. That's an irresistible offer. I need a haircut. I pick the time. You make it easy for me. What's going to happen? I'm going to come in. I'm going to spend money. That's
perfect. That's a good one. Actually, my wife just got her haircut, and what they do is he's actually really good at it. He makes her make an appointment before she leaves from this hair. You know, so she got her haircut yesterday, and he goes. I guess she gets a cut every 6 weeks, and so 6 weeks, and he gets out the calendar and says, "Hey, before you leave, let's get you booked for the next one." And so he's booking you before you even leave, you know, the office.
And that's usually when you find, especially for, you know, women's hairdressers, they are booked months and months and months ahead. Why? Because they only have so many hours in a day, much like a doctor, lawyer, you know, you only have so many hours. So you don't want any vacancies in your calendar. So they plan on that. Whereas like I go to, you know, I mean, I don't go to like a chain. I go to a local haircut place, but they have the technology. They're just not using it.
That's awesome. So we're going to get into kind of last couple episodes. We talked about, you know, free evaluations and free trials and value-added bonuses, that type of stuff. I thought we just kind of wrap this up here in this kind of trilogy of episodes. But you're starting off on a great point. I kind of have them in you need to know what the lifetime value of your customer is before you make any of these offers. And we're going to tell you to test, right? You know, you got to know how much and what your audience is going to respond to, as well as what the value of your client is. So how much can you afford to spend or to give away or team up with, right? So you got to know those kind of numbers. And we've talked about that in episodes in the past. Know the lifetime value of your customer, know your advertising costs, know your cost to convert a client. And, you know, it's much cheaper to get an existing client like you just to come back in to get your haircut than it is to advertise to get a new person to cut their hair, right? It's much easier to get you in, and it's the same dollar amount, right, with the haircut. So I was going to divide it into two little areas. Well, so we're kind of combining all these offers, free offers, free trials, free evaluations, value added. And I kind of had two categories. There can be internal, like this is stuff that you offer, products and services that you can add on to make an irresistible offer, or external, which kind of goes into joint venturing, which could be other products that you add to your services. And that could be products that you actually offer, or it could be other people's products that you kind of joint venture with to team up. But, you know, internal, you just talked about, that's not even making it all, that irresistible offer is just irresistible offer of convenience, right?
Yeah.
The hairdresser, give me a link. Hey, it's about time you got a haircut. Here's a link to set an appointment. That's pretty awesome. Doesn't cost you anything. Like you said, he's probably got the software. He's already got the online registration, already has your contact information.
But where they could, I mean, if we're talking about like haircut places. So I've been going to this place probably 3 years. And on the left-hand side, as you walk up to the register, they have all these men's hair care products. Not once has anybody made an offer to me, nor not once has anyone in the salon ever like put any in my hair or anything. And you'd think if they're selling products, they would get you to try it. A lot of times to create an irresistible offer, one of the best irresistible offers that you'll see is try it for like the mattress places. Try it for 30 days. Try this bed for 60 days or whatever. They allow you to try it. And they say no obligation. You've technically paid for it, but if you don't like it, just send it back, or they're going to charge you at the end of the 60 days, whatever it is. But that can become, when you're stacking offers, you see the MyPillow guy. He always does the second, like get your second one for. They're always stacking offers.
Right.
But exactly that's because they know their underlying cost to get a client, and then they understand. All right, if we stack this, number one, our shipping cost goes down because we can put it in the same package, or in a little bit larger package, maybe the shipping cost goes up a little bit. And that's like you were just saying, is controlling or knowing your numbers. We're not going to spend a lot of time on knowing your numbers, but we did an entire episode on knowing your numbers. You got to know what it takes for you to make a profit. And if you put that second or third thing in there, sometimes that's just massive profit increase.
Right. That's exactly right. So we were talking about, I was actually in Charlotte just yesterday, and one of my clients was talking about a couple of the places around there are doing free flu shots. And it's the CVS, and I think it's I think they said the Walmart had a little dock in the box in there. And the idea was a free flu shot plus like a $10 store credit, right? So you can go in there and get your flu shot, but then they're going to give you a credit, $10 credit, right? Not a coupon, but a credit. And then, obviously you're going to spend $20, $50, $100, but that's what they're counting on is we're getting you in the store with the flu shot, right? And a little credit, $10 credit, and you'll spend it at CVS or at Walmart.
It's funny you bring that up because just a few seconds ago, you were talking about joint ventures. Well, the Walgreens right up the road from my office now says LabCorp. So their Walgreens, apparently they're doing a joint venture now where they're giving those shots inside of their building, and it's being done by LabCorp. I just saw their sign. I'm like, why would that be on the Walgreens sign? But I realized that's what they're doing. So LabCorp probably gets some funding, state or federal or something, to give you the shot. They reciprocate some of that with Walgreens, but ultimately, what does it do? Get you in the door. Get you in the store.
And that's what we're talking about. Like, if you have, we talked about like, if you go back to the hairdresser guy, right? So the hairdresser guy, hair products, a lot of times they'll put the product in your hair. Hey, try this and see if you like it. And then if they'll have the coupon, right? Or hey, we're having a 10% off sale, get your hair cut and buy the, stay in gel for, 10% off or something like that. That's a combine because you may not usually buy the hair product, right? Obviously now those people are doing all the hair products and the growth hair products. But talking about my chiropractor does a massage in there, right? So you can do a combo chiropractor massage and they do a little discount. I keep talking about them. The empty seats, you talk about the empty seats for the hairdresser, the empty seats for the massage person could easily be why in their weekly email list that says, hey, we got spots on Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. You don't even have to offer the discount, just the notification of, hey, we still got spots, right? So maybe the discount could be, later on in the week, hey, we still got spots Thursday, we're doing $10 off. Because again, extra capacity, the massage lady is already in the house, already in the office. We don't want to have empty spots, so now you could start discounting because something's better than nothing.
Yeah, and you don't have to make this hard. You can buy a shared calendar program, and you do all your scheduling on a shared calendar program. And just imagine that, like, if, let's say your clients are the type of people who'd get maybe one massage a week. Well, every week they get a text message that's got the calendar, and they can see when the openings are. And if it's Tuesday afternoon and they're like, man, I'd love to get a massage, I just wonder if they have anything open, and they've got access to your calendar in an app.
Absolutely.
See, you know, that becomes an irresistible offer because now I can
Convenience. Yeah.
I don't have to like talk to anybody. I just schedule it and then I go, even if it's last minute, because
Right.
I think,
And we've done, did we talk about this before? Kind of the value bonuses. You could have, used to, buy 10, get one free. Now I've seen where it's, buy 10, get $25 off your next purchase. So that's the loyalty type programs. External type items we talked about you, and just pay for the second.
hang on a second, Matt, you're breaking up.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so external items would be more like strategic partners and joint ventures, right? Where you're trying to do, like here I'm saying dentist. So a dentist might team up with an orthodontist and say, you get a free orthodontist review, right? We might have a builder who has a free designer, free color designer. We talked about that. Free color designer, free decoration designer, free finishing designer, right? What are you doing? That's a joint venture partner because hopefully they'll hire that person to do the design work on the building. So this is where you could actually use this for joint ventures and referrals, right? We talked about the sunroom. So I saw an ad in whatever paper the other day. It was like sunrooms. Build these nice sunrooms. You're spending more time at home. Why don't you build this solarium? It's kind of an all glass kind of porch. And they had on there teaming up with floorings and window washers, but you choose one or the other. It's like 2 years worth of window washing or the flooring discount, right? So then you're almost engaged with, the client or the prospect is engaged in which choice do I want? Do I want the window washing for 2 years or do I want the flooring? So now it's almost like you're gamified the bonus gift because you're making them choose, which now they're telling you which one is more valuable to them as a consumer. Right.
And it might give you the option to, hey, just for $499 more, I can give you both.
Right. There you go. You can
upsell. That stacking an irresistible offer. When we do copywriting in almost all, especially online platforms, they'll give you an offer like an add-on at the end, a bonus, and many people will do it just for the bonus, whatever it is. It's like, if I just get out of it what this bonus offers, that'll be good enough for me. So that's always been a part of stacking offers, is trying to get the one thing that people shoot for to say, hey, if I can just get that, that'll make it worthwhile.
No, that's exactly right. So, I had a couple other examples. This is how you can kind of stack or combine these offers, right? So we've talked a little bit about these in the past, but like real estate. So a real estate agent would have a free giveaway, three ways to sell your house quickly, 3 home projects to increase the value of your house. That could be the free information, right? The free offer. How much is your house worth, right? How much are your neighbors' houses selling for? These are all type free informations. Then you might combine it with a value added. We talked about technically, real estate agents can't get money in exchange for referrals. So 2 ways around that. It's just kind of a joint venture where I'm giving you referrals. Hopefully you'll send me clients in the future. But there's also your spouse could own a referral network business, right? But a real estate agent, what happens when somebody moves into a house? Usually they have to have new paint. So there's a joint venture partner for you. New flooring, cleaning. Usually you have to have the house cleaned before you move in, cleaned right when you move in to kind of alarm. They're going to need to put in a new alarm or have a new alarm monitoring system. Landscape, you need a new landscape. Obviously, you might need movers. The handyman guy to hang the TV, right? These are all possible joint venture partners for a real estate agent, whether there be a monetary benefit. Again, you'd have to do that through your spouse or something like that. Or whether it be just a referral network that, hey, I've got this team of people that I work with that are kind of, approved by me, that are high quality workers that will come in and help you get ready when you move in, right? Yeah, and now that's a joint venture that hopefully going to send you real estate clients, right?
And if the agent themselves says, I have a list of these referral partners, and as a gift to anybody who buys a house from me, I'll give you any one of these. You just pick which one you want, and then the agent may pay that person. But what is that person likely to do if that check comes straight from the agent? That's my way of saying thank you, but that person is likely going to refer that agent all the time.
Absolutely. Or we talked about that before, where you could say $500 off for painting. And really the painter just discounts at $500 and there was no exchange of money between the painter and the real estate agent, right? But now it's a value added bonus that the real estate agent is offering, hey, $500 towards painting. And the painter's getting a referral. So nobody's really exchanging $500, but they're getting a $500 discount because they know they're going to paint more than one room, right? I think break even. Most people paint at least 3 rooms, I think is what I read somewhere. So that was a good example. So we talked about, we mentioned dentists early. So dentists teaming up with orthodontists, so they can cross refer, but they could have little sessions like that. We mentioned that before. I think I used an example, the dentist who, a child's dentist who has them picked up in a limousine, right? Actually it was the Hummer limousine thing, right? Because that guy doesn't have much, the limousine service doesn't really do much during the day, right? Because it's it was a stretch, Hummer thing, limousine thing. But it looks super cool for the dentist to come pick up the kids at the school back when we actually went to school versus right now. But that's a joint venture, right? That now you're paying him $20 an hour to pick up the kids. Well, he wouldn't be doing anything with that car because he's not really having any limo services at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Exactly.
That's a great joint venture. Now it's value added. Now the kids are using word of mouth. Hey, I want to go to that dentist mom or that orthodontist. This could be an orthodontist, same example. Right?
And certainly the limo service, you would expect them to have some type of signage on the limo while they're offering these low price services.
Absolutely.
So that the people, oh, that's XYZ limo service. I mean, that's not a value add. It's just something you ought to do.
And I didn't think about that. They have those little game buses. I've seen kids have birthday parties where the truck pulls up and it's got video games in the truck or whatever. Right. So you could team up with that guy to do your orthodontics or your dental practice, and somehow can he shuttle them over? I don't know. But there are opportunities that we're all just sitting here acting like we're one-man shops or standalone businesses, right?
Yeah.
When really your customer and my customer has so many interactions in a day and has so many other complementary services or in order, like we talked about the wedding, we've talked about that before. So you got to buy the ring for a wedding. You got to get a wedding planner. You got to get a site. You got to get the band. You got to get the flowers. You got to get the cake. All those people are joint venture potential partners for you, right? Yep. Instead of just sitting there thinking you're just loosely going to hey, I'm just one of the link in the chain. Why don't you create the chain of events because that's what they're all going to need for their wedding. And then you could have these joint venture partners create the guide, how mistakes to avoid or how to create the best wedding possible, right? And everybody in that, we call it an event chain. Everybody in that event chain that would come into contact with the bride and groom during the wedding planning would be a possible joint venture referral partner with you.
Well, and I think maybe every business, every business is an information business. And when I say an information business, what I mean is you've got to create a scenario where your clients understand that you have these other connections, and that's the information that makes you valuable to them. I think of my insurance agent, Omar, and I've been doing business with Omar since 1992, I believe. And Omar I could call him for anything, and he always knows somebody. And
that's awesome.
And he's always got a referral, always. Well, he's an insurance agent, and he knows everybody. So you need this, you need this, you need this, you need a phone system, you need this. He knows everybody, and so he's always referring. I don't know if he gets a piece of the action, and I've never cared.
Right.
He knows good
value offer. Part of your offer could just be you're a connector, right? We talk about Joe Polish and Dean Jackson all the time, and Joe Polish is a connector, right? So his favorite thing to do is connect people, and he figures it all comes back to him full circle. He's not really looking for the referral fee. He's kind of like, how can I help you? Your insurance guy is doing that. Man, if I know a hardwood floor guy and I know a handyman, I'm the guy everybody asks, who do you know? Mr. Insurance Guy. Well, they're going to buy insurance for me just because I know everybody. And then all the people that I refer or connect them with are going to refer business to me because I'm connecting them with new clients and new prospects and just strengthening the network, kind of the network effect. Maybe that's his value add as the insurance guy. He just knows everybody. So everybody sends him referrals and everybody does business with him because he knows everybody.
Yeah. And he's the type of guy that has been in business a long time. And as an insurance agent, you're going to get to know a lot of other business owners. Or if you're an insurance agent, just homeowners, that's another thing. You're going to get to know a lot of homeowners, and homeowners need a lot of things. So no matter whatever you do, the stacking irresistible offers is not always the irresistible offer may be the referral to someone else. And it doesn't always mean that you're going to necessarily get paid from the referral. You may. I mean, a lot of people do get paid from referrals.
Right.
I just got a nice referral from somebody, and I said, send me your address so I can send you a thank you. And she said, no, that's okay. And I'm like, I have to. You know, it's like, this is a great client I just got, and I want to send a thank you, you know, something. But at the same time, some people don't want that.
No, reciprocity. But that's what we're talking about. It would be, so we don't know what the irresistible offer is going to be right off the top. You may not. So test it, right? So you got to know your numbers. That's why it matters. You got to test the different offers. Maybe one irresistible offer is better than the other. Maybe, like you said, sometimes the value-added bonus is more important to people than the actual product itself. And you don't know until you test it. So all of this would be to tell you that all of these work and none of them work, right? All of them work in different quantities or different combinations, right? And you don't know what works for your business or for your prospects or for your clients until you test it out. So you can test it on 10 people. You can test it on 20 people and see what appeals. We talked about testing advertising and Facebook in a previous episode. And it's like you run A/B test it until you find one that works, and then you ramp up, right? Well, that's what stacking irresistible offers is going to be. Which offers combined create the best effect, and then I can really ramp it up and offer it across the board, right? So you don't know what the gold is, but there's gold somewhere in there. There's gold in those relationships. There's gold in those referrals. There's gold in those value-added bonuses. You just got to try it and test it out.
Yeah, because you won't find gold unless you're digging for it. I mean, that's
unless you're digging for it.
I mean, so that means you've got to be trying new offers constantly. I think there's a lot of hesitation with business owners. They're like, well, that's not really my core business. I don't want to refer, and they get away from. They think somehow it's going to detract because they're always offering something extra. Well, I think it elevates your credibility. I mean, the easiest thing someone can say was, "Oh, thank you," but no, thank you. Okay, you tried and offered. I mean.
Absolutely. We mentioned this one in the past. We talk about the home repair guy or the landscape guy, right? And then you could have the survey at the end, you know, how was our service? And on there, you plan on any other home projects. What type home projects? You're going to build a deck, redo the kitchen, redo the bathroom, the basement, paint, right? And now let's say you were the landscaper guy, right? Well, now you have a built-in referral that you could, you're talking about doing a back porch. Well, I got a guy, right? You're talking about doing some painting. I know a guy. Vice versa, you're the painter person. Hey, how do we do your survey at the end of the thing? How is our paint? And, you know, you're kind of looking for a testimonial. That's good. But your survey says you plan on any other home projects, redo some landscaping, build a retaining wall, build a back porch. Now you as the painter have referrals that you could do with your joint venture partners, right? But most people don't do that. Painter, great, thanks, see you later, right? Most of them don't even have a survey. We had the survey guy on. I can't remember his name right now, but we had the survey guy on about surveying your clients, right? Yeah, his name was Matt as well. Yeah. Perfect. Survey your clients, but in your survey, ask for other home projects you plan on. So then you have the potential to refer other business to other joint venture partners.
And sometimes those surveys, let's say you're a general contractor and you're running roofing ads, let's say. Well, they might not even know you do kitchens. They might not even know you do bathrooms. And so when you start asking these other questions, you're like, hey, by the way, this is an opportunity to offer your own services in addition as well. A lot of times your original offer is one thing that you do. Maybe you do 10 things, but it's one thing you do. And unless you have that questionnaire or that survey, you'll never know if they're getting ready to do other things. It's a way to open the door to other opportunities.
Conversations, right? What do they say? The best salespeople ask the best questions, right? Sure. The best salespeople ask the best questions. We were talking about builders. You know, the builders could have joint ventures with designers and color coordinator people. The shutter people, we mentioned like the shutter person, because that's usually not included in a new home. Carpet and flooring, if you're a contractor upgrading. But all those are joint venture partners for a builder, just almost the same as we just mentioned about the real estate agent, right? The builder could have, or the contractor could have referral arrangements with the flooring and the carpet and the shutter and the paint and all that themselves, right? So again, partners that you may not have thought of that lead to other opportunities. And then like we just talked about, the whole thing of reciprocity, right? The more referrals you give, the more you're going to get, whether there's a formal process or not. Like we said, maybe Omar is just, your insurance guy is just giving them out because he knows everybody and likes to be helpful, but you know that's going to come back to him just because the law of reciprocity, right?
Yeah.
Zig Ziglar, you're a Zig Ziglar. We used to Zig Ziglar is the more people you help, the more money you make,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of, I think, his saying. More people you help, the more money you make. You're not making enough money, that means you're not helping enough people, right?
Yeah, and that's the truth. The more you help, and it doesn't. You'll make it on the back end sometimes. And I know everybody, you think about now. Okay, I need this now, but like you said, it's sometimes you'll make it now. It can be your own offer. Sometimes the referring partner will pay you if that's ethical in your business, and sometimes it comes later. And sometimes it comes later in bigger ticket items too. That's part of knowing your numbers. If you have a process that brings you to the biggest number, then you keep moving people up this offer ladder until you get them to that big ticket item. That's the other aspect of stacking.
And that's a great point. I forget where get them saying, get the client or prospect saying yes. Easy yeses, right? It makes bigger yeses even more likely, right? That we talked about. So we're kind of wrapping up these last 2 episodes together with this one is, all right, we're talking about free trials and free demonstrations and free evaluations and free education, right? We've talked about persuasion offers value-added bonuses of your time, of your products, value-added bonuses of other people's products or other people's services, joint venture partners, right? And then this episode, we're just kind of talking about how to combine those all together and say, the scariest thing is to say, oh, give me a call. Call me if you need any help. Call me. That's the last thing people want to do, right? They want to start small. The free information, again, the real estate agent, 3 ways to improve the value of your house, 3 ways to sell your house quickly, how much your house is going for in your neighborhood, what is your house worth? These are all easy little yeses. Just send me a little booklet on, 3 home projects. Send me a little booklet on, the prices in my neighborhood, right? But I'm also giving you buying indications, right?
Yeah.
So Dean Jackson talks about I forget what he calls it, the super close or something, but it's like 3 PS statements, and they're like easy, medium, and hard, right? So the hardest one is, hey, call me to set an appointment, right? Call me to do a tour of homes, right? We do a tour of homes every Saturday in the neighborhood. Give us a call. That's the hardest one, to get them to make an appointment. But an easy one would be, top 3 home projects to increase value of your house. That's a no-brainer. I can click on that. I don't feel like I can do that. And another one might be, what's the value of houses in your neighborhood? What's the value of yours? And then the big ask is, come see me or set an appointment, right? So you could have a low, medium, and high risk offer. Risk to the prospect is what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Take away the risk. Take away the risk, and the customer will feel comfortable.
And just making little steps. So you gotta know your numbers. You gotta know what your lifetime value of your customer is, so you know how much you're spending on advertising, how much you're spending on adding new clients. We talked about the free trials and the free bonuses and free evaluations, and we talked about the value adds. And really, what we do in our mastermind group is kind of a paint by numbers program, right? These are all things that we've done for other business owners in several different industries that work, right? We don't know exactly which combination will work for your business, but we do know these things work. It's a paint by numbers system that we talk about in our mastermind group and in our coaching services, where it's like, hey, we need to add a value bonus. We need a value added bonus. We need a free offer. We need a free evaluation. Let's see if we can stack these 2 together. And this is what we talk about in the mastermind group. And who has done it? Who has tried it? What's worked for them, right? Gives you a starting point, an idea to bounce off of, a starting point, an offer just to try to see where it goes, right? Because what do they say? Keep doing the same thing as you've always done. You're going to get the same result, right?
Yeah.
Same result.
Insanity is expecting a different result, right?
Right. Insanity is expecting to do the same thing, expecting a different result, right? But that's what you need. You need these type of ideas, paint by number systems. Let's try it in my business, in my industry. That worked for you. Let's try it over in mine. Let's try to stack. Let's try to adjust and go from there. So, we're at Profitability MD, Matt at Profitability MD, Dave at Profitability MD. We're looking to expand the mastermind group. So if you want to apply, we'll have an interview, see if you're a good fit for us or we're a good fit for you. But these are the type of things we're talking about. If you come into a group and you're adding this kind of value, what are we helping these guys do, Dave? We're helping them grow their business. We're helping them make more money, helping them take more time off, and helping them pay less in taxes. But I mean, the idea is there's a system and a process in place in the mastermind group where you're exploring new ideas to add new revenues, new lines of services, new profit streams to your business, right?
That's right.
Talks about systematizing your business. This is a system, right? If you had a referral-based system that had free bonuses or value-added bonuses and a joint venture and an event chain like we talked about earlier, do you not think your business would increase? Do you not think the ease of your business would increase? Do you not think having these type of systems and processes and offerings would make your business flow better, more profitable, easy, repeatable? I don't know. I get excited.
That's the whole thing, is having enough customers so that you're constantly profitable. You know, that's really, when you have enough customers where you're constantly profitable, you can always build systems around that to where you have more time off. I mean, that is what this show is all about. Profitability MD is about using your business as a tool to build wealth, but also using that business so that you can enjoy your life more. That's the time off. You know, saving taxes is all part of it, but
right.
I mean,
well, it's funny you said we did an episode, I think, or maybe we talked about cash flow confidence, man. That this could give you cash flow confidence, that you know how to build a referral system, how to add value by doing a value-added bonus or a free bonus, and we know this is going to generate this amount of business that gives you cash flow confidence. And I know that I can put together a combination package that increases the flow of traffic to my business on a systematized vending machine type action, right? If you've got joint ventures, if you've got the free offers and the free trials, it's like a machine, right? If you got a machine, now you got cash flow confidence because you know you got repeatable business. You're not wondering where the next deal is coming from, right? That it's just a system and a process that's built, that's repeatable, that's worked in the past. We know there's gold in that. We know there's gold in your existing clients. You talked about with a hairdresser to start off with. We know you got some excess capacity, so you can run some sort of offers to fill up that excess capacity during those off hours. It's a paint by number system that we talk about in our mastermind group. I don't know. I don't think there's any reason you shouldn't have the business you want, the business you deserve. Make as much money as you want, take as much time off as you want, and enjoy what you're doing. I firmly believe every small business owner can have that. They should have
multiple. I'm thinking of. I'm sorry, I hate doing this, but I'm trying to think of his name right now. Dr. Joseph Murphy. He says if you don't have all the money you want, that's your fault. Because the reality is, these are the things that you can put in place so you can have all the money you want. Well, then it's your fault. If you don't put things in place, you don't seek out those who can help you do that. Not necessarily they can't make you do anything. We can't make you do anything, but that's what a mastermind does. Get you in a group of like-minded individuals so that you can use your mind and your thoughts, implement tools that other people are using to grow their business, and it works.
Well, it's good stuff. Episode 96, stacking irresistible offers to increase profit, right? So we're kind of bringing those things together at home and you make a combination. So this is good stuff, man. I want to join a mastermind group, reach out to us, Matt at Profitability MD, Dave at ProfitabilityMD.com. Man, This was good. I enjoyed it.
All right, Matt. Have a great afternoon. Take care.
All right, you too.